Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, 73 degrees. We'll talk about the weather stuff today, like yesterday, brutal, and then some traffic stuff. Golden ticket. We got already that. The information on the golden ticket. You've been asking about it for months. It's coming.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, we'll get all that information to you all morning long. We have Kenzie Crimes at 8:20. We have Dusty Slay, super funny, hilarious comedian coming in at 9. We have a lot for you today. But last night, just like you, going on your timeline, and I don't know if you did this like I did, but not only the emotional sadness of hearing about Ryan Sandberg passing away, and it's just like, what the hell is going on? What is going on this year? Can 2025 end and just be over with? But really, really hit all of us hard. And the passing of Ryan Sandberg, announced last night, as he's been fighting cancer for several years. He announced in December that it had spread, got kind of quiet. Last week there was an announcement about him spending time with family and doing the best he can with the time he has left, which led to this announcement last night. He was in hospice. Complications from the ongoing battle of prostate cancer, which had spread and relapsed through his body. He announced that back in December. Boy, it's just really a gut punch. It is really a rough last week in our music icons and actor icons, and now we get our sports icons. And just started even going back a few more weeks with Bobby Jenks for the White Sox side. And then you get Ryan Sandberg. Really, really rough. We're going to honor him all morning by playing just great audio, and this brings back chills in a good way of the memories of the Cubs, hearing Harry Carey doing the games. Like on his birthday when Ryan Sandberg, this goes back to 92 against the Cardinals. He homered against Bob Tewksbury in front of a packed house at Wrigley on his 33rd birthday.
Now here's Sandberg. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rhino. Happy birthday to you. There's a drive. Way back. It might be. It could be. Heading. Holy cow. How's that for celebrating your 33rd birthday? And there's his son, Justin, coming out to home plate. Picks up the bat. And runs away now. Holy cow.
Of his now 227 career home runs, this is the first time he's ever homered on his birthday.
Boy, was that a high, majestic, soaring home run.
Oh, my God. Not only does it get you emotional about Ryan Sandberg, but just Harry Carey.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, Harry Carey is what got me into baseball. I'm not joking. Like, that's what got me to start watching baseball was Harry Carey. To
Got you to start talking.
yeah, just get into it.
You were like, hey, who's that funny guy?
Wait a minute.
Well, especially, kind of rough there for the Cubs a lot of years.
Uh-huh.
And
Famously.
it took a funny guy to make me to go, hey, man, this is awesome.
Lighten up.
This is great.
Stop screwing around out there.
Tell me stories you going drinking on Saturday night or before the game, either one.
Or during the game.
Or during the game. Now I found my guy right here.
You were looking for a guy drinking during the game.
Yeah. But we're going to be
Why stop at work?
We're going to be honoring Ryan Sandberg all morning. And Jesse just checked in from Mundelein, who said, I assume you're going to play some parts of his Hall of Fame speech, which gives me chills every time I hear it. And it does for me, too. I appreciate you checking in from Mundelein this morning. Let's give you a little bit of that right now of his Hall of Fame speech. Get ready to get goosebumps. And this got me in the feels last night as well.
A lot of people say this honor validates my career. But I didn't work hard for validation. I didn't play the game right because I saw a reward at the end of the tunnel. I played it right because that's what you're supposed to do. Play it right and with respect. I had too much respect for the game to play it any other way. And if there is a single reason I am here today, it is because of one word: respect.
Don't build them like that no more. Good Lord. Ryan Sandberg, that's his Hall of Fame speech. And we'll be honoring him all morning. Obviously, in sports, we'll do a full, real, extensive pour one out. But a really sad day for Chicago. And I can't tell you, you know it's a sad day overall when all you see on our posts on Facebook is people, hey, White Sox fan here, but
I'm also sad.
feeling so sad for the city of Chicago today. I even saw Cardinals fans chiming in on our Facebook page. Cardinals fans, just say, Cardinals fan, but feeling the pain. That's what he just said at the end of his speech. Respect. He had that throughout the league. He had it throughout his career. No one ever said a bad word about him. He inspired everybody, and that was Ryan Sandberg, besides all the ridiculous stats that we'll talk about as well. So, very sad day in Chicago, losing Ryan Sandberg at the age of 65, gone way too soon.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
6:40 p.m. Friday, the T-Mobile stage. Joe will be performing, and I was very concerned during that break before we get to the fact that I want the sun setting perfectly when he plays that to close out his set, which let's say that will be an hour later, maybe 7:30-ish, 7:45.
You'd think he'd close with it.
You think he'd close with it, and I'm worried where the sun's going to be. Boy, do we need Tom Skilling right now to know where the sun will exactly be, maybe over, because it's supposed to be beautiful, 75 and sunny, perhaps partially gapping the Sears Tower coming in while that song plays. It's got to be right, or he might as well not have played Lollapalooza. It's got to be exactly right for Joe. So I want it right. I want the setting just right.
Kenzie, have you thought about where the sun's going to be for Joe at Lala?
I haven't.
But you're going to now, right?
But I don't want to kill his vibe. Like, I'm not saying that's wrong. I just haven't.
You can't kill my vibe on this one. This is I'm full on all in on it.
I've just been more worried about the sun, like, and the direct light of it on the desert island area where I like to eat. Because it gets direct sun sometimes and all my stuff melts.
Well, now it's something else I got to worry about.
Exactly.
Because that will be your problem.
That's my problem. That's a me thing, too. Yeah.
Chocolate melts. I look like a mess.
Remember, Kenzie, I got that humongous two-hand size ice cream sandwich during the desert island.
Cookie Monster.
So it was blue ice cream. Oh, it was so good.
When was this? I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, we lost you for a while on that one.
You were like, we're going to go watch bands. And we're like, we're going to go to Desert Island.
Let me guess. What was I doing? My job?
Yeah, we were at Desert Island.
Yeah. You were doing bands. I was doing the biggest ice cream sandwich I ever seen. And by the way, we could hear the bands at Desert Island.
Oh, yeah.
We could hear everything just
it's
fine.
like you're right next to the speaker.
You know what? I'm 5'2". I'm not going to be able to see them anyways. I just love an ice cream sandwich.
Oh, it was so good. Lollapalooza will be on site all week long. So, look for stay on our socials to see all there if you can't make it, just to be a part of it. Or you're only going one day, let's say. We got you covered 24/7. We are your Lollapalooza radio station for the last 33 freaking years. That's not the fact that makes your brain go boom, but this is it right here. 52% of Chicagoans want this law repealed. So when I say that, Kenzie, what's the first law that comes to your mind? And I was stunned that it's this high. I could see 10, 12, 13% maybe, but I couldn't believe it was 52% wanting this law repealed.
I don't know. Airball is probably like seatbelts. People are like annoyed.
Seatbelts?
I could see so many people like, it's my body.
Yeah, my body, my choice.
Have you heard that the audio, the famous newsreel from when in some southern state when they mandated seatbelts?
Yeah, didn't we play that?
I'm sure we did, but people were responding to it as if it were government tyranny.
Yeah, so I asked my mother-in-law, because she is 77, so she lived at a time where, like, the transition, like, she was part of the seatbelt launch. She was a driver, okay? And I'm like, so you were driving around for a while without them? She's like, oh, absolutely. And I go, so how'd you feel? She goes, everyone thought they were so annoying. They're coming out with these stupid straps. She goes, I understand them now, but everybody thought they were super annoying when they came out.
I'm glad she's come around.
Yeah.
There were some cars that didn't have, real full-on seatbelts, like nothing, that way.
They had the lap belt. Remember, it didn't do the whole...
Yeah.
It was like a roller coaster, lap seat belt.
I'm trying to find it. Was a drinking and driving law.
Here, go on YouTube and YouTube seatbelt law. The first video is the one you're looking for. It's 24 seconds. We'll play this live because it's a newsreel, so there shouldn't be swearing.
Here we go.
To restrict drinking and driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic. It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. And pretty soon we're going to be calm this country.
Pretty soon. Yep, pretty soon.
Well, it's amazing any of us are alive.
I bet that guy somehow is still alive and can't go get a day's work and get a couple beers afterward. He sounds like a King of the Hills, like couple episode character. Let's see, like, that guy's voice is amazing. I got to hear that guy.
And driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
Can't do anything anymore.
Because of woke, you can't do anything anymore.
Amen.
And this is in the 80s, so you'd think that was, in a way of today type of argument, like, I can do what I want, freedom. But no, that was in the 80s.
And it's important to note, it's not 1 or 2 beers before he gets in his truck. It's 1 or 2 beers while he's in his truck.
Chronologically, it was work, get in the truck, and have a beer, too.
Well, God forbid he wants to multitask so he has more time for his family when he gets home.
Yeah, he'd be a better father when he came in. My dad
Exactly.
my dad drank 1 Miller High Life after he came home from work every day.
And you weren't allowed to talk to him before he had the beer.
No, Mom said, don't talk to him. He'd go to his room and drink it, too, the bedroom. He'd drink 1 beer while he kind of got his tie off and stuff and his button-down stuffy shirt, got comfortable in his basketball shorts. No, I'm sorry, that's me. But yeah, so that's that guy just wants a cup. I'm just gonna get in my truck, get a beer or 2. America, communist.
All the time your dad would have saved if he just would have had a beer in the car.
I would have had more quality time with him.
Really makes you think.
Yeah, maybe that guy was onto something. Billy Bob Joe Jed Jr., whatever was on that ad. Case 52% of Chicagoans want this law repealed, and I was stunned by it. What do you think it is?
Public urination. And I only say that because sometimes you really have to pee, and it is hard to find the right place to go.
Yeah.
But people still do it all the time.
But it's a crime.
Is it even if it's like a big bush?
A big bush. A couple connotations there.
You're like, it's inappropriate.
You led me there.
But like, even if you're completely hidden, is it a crime?
Well,
I've not seen them drag guys out of the woods because they pee. That's all I'm saying.
I'd like to know. I will say this. I saw this. I couldn't believe it. And this is many, many years ago on Rush Street in the heavy partying days of Sludge/Brian, where I don't know if they still do this because I'm not on Rush Street and State and the Viagra Triangle at 4 a.m. anymore. I used to be. And when they would close down all those bars like Mother's, all in that area, the cops would basically close off the sides, both ends of the street. And everybody'd come out of the bars drunk. And they would just say, everybody go home. Somehow you get home. Hopefully Ubers, hopefully you got a ride, a designated driver, whatever. And I remember seeing a guy walked out of Mother's and dropped his pants and started peeing in the crowd of like the 150, 200 people sitting there. He just started peeing. And the cop walked up to the Chicago cop and said, what the hell are you doing? He was like, F you, pig.
That is coming in hot and heavy now.
And I just sat down, got my popcorn, and I was like, oh, boy.
I'm sure the situation was de-escalated at that point, right?
I would take the D part out. And the police officer said, if that urine isn't off my street, in 1 minute, you're going to jail. And then people started chuckling around. He goes, what do you want me to do? He goes, I don't know, but figure it out. And he was screaming, drunk still. And then he finally took his coat and started to wipe the urine up off the street. And the cop goes, keep going. Keep going. There's more over there, more over there. And he didn't arrest him, but boy, that guy's coat got ruined.
That's
I
too
hope he
bad.
threw the coat away. Ew.
I'd like to find that guy today and wonder what he did. If he threw the coat away or just washed it.
Ew.
I know, gross, really gross. All right, we'll give you the final fact of what it is. So 52% of Chicagoans want this law repealed. Maybe it's you. And we'll find out in 2.5 minutes after Lit. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And some of the big things today is obviously we're going to honor Ryan Sandberg all morning long, tragically passing away so young at 65. Chicago legend, not just a Cubs legend, and that'll be in sports. We'll also give you all the information about the Golden Ticket. It's coming back Monday. just to let you know, and all the information, if you're new to the show or new to Q101 even, welcome to the party. You're not going to believe what Golden Ticket is, and we'll get that information to you throughout the morning of getting the concerts free for a year with us. All our stuff. We're all in this together. It's great. But the fact that makes your brain go, 52% of Chicagoans want this law repealed. Kenzie said it's a seatbelt law. There's always somebody that wants a seatbelt law. And I can tell you as someone that had a seatbelt save his life when I got hit by a semi-truck, you should wear a seatbelt every day. Don't read anything that's going to tear me apart. I could live better if I didn't have the seatbelt in an accident. It might hurt me. No. You'd be dead worse is what would happen. And then Case thinks it is the public urination law, which I don't know, except for my incident of seeing somebody do it. I don't know if anybody's been, cuffed for public urination that's listening to the show right now. If you have been, check in. 312-591-8300. It's none of those. But you guys are on the right path, basically. It's a general law that you would think, why do people want this removed or repealed? Well, it's 52% of Chicagoans want the driving age repealed because they want it older. They think 16 is too young to drive a car, and with all the crazy things that have happened, I mean, every morning in traffic, tragically, there's a lot of fatal accidents during morning drive here, but they think it's too young to drive at 16 years old and want it raised. I don't know what you think about that, Kenzie. You having the oldest child here in the group of us, getting close, not right there, but getting close to driving at some point. He's probably asking about it already.
Yeah, they always ask.
At 11 years old. Yeah.
You know what? My parents also felt like it was too young. So on my 16th birthday, I got driver's ed. That was my present. And then for my 17th birthday, that's when I was able to get my license. So I was pushed back a year also because they just felt like it was young. They were just like, you don't need a license yet. I'm like, okay.
Do you think? I'm not going to say what I think, but do you think they were right?
Yeah, I mean, I actually do because I think that then by the time I got my license, I was more like a senior. So you should start driving because, to be honest, the next year you're supposed to be living on your own. So it's probably good if you know how to get around. But it is really young because you have to think 16 can be when you get a license, but you really start driving at 15, all the practice and the driver's ed. Yeah. And that is really young. The fact that kids are on the road at 15, getting all their practice is like, wow. I mean, they don't make great decisions. I don't know if you've met a lot of 15-year-olds, but...
No.
Were you going to say you're friends with a bunch of them?
When I leave here, I go skateboarding with a bunch of 15-year-olds. Yeah. Now, having driven with Kenzie, I will say, I'm not saying she's a bad driver, but when she gave me a ride home from Riot Fest, or at least I walked her to her car at Riot Fest, and she went to go home to the city of Elgin, she opted not to pull over and let me out. And she goes, why don't you just open the door and stop, drop, and roll because I'm making all these green lights.
You don't understand. There's nowhere to pull over. Every single thing was blocked off. I'm like, you got to leave a little bit here. I slowed down pretty heavily.
She slowed down. I kind of rolled out because she was making green lights. And when you're starting downtown and got to go 44 miles, it's nice to start off with some green lights.
A little momentum.
Yeah, she didn't have to stop.
Well, it was unbelievable because normally, in that area, when you're to like the front of Riot Fest, that road, and turning into it, it's just red light, stop sign. It's unbelievable. I had all green. I couldn't believe it. I go, I'm sorry, but I can't stop anywhere.
She was like, this is unbelievable. You gotta get out of the car.
I go, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna get beat up if I stop this car. Everyone behind me is hitting all greens, baby.
Okay, so what do you think about that? Raising the driving age.
Well, when you're 16 and you start to try to get your license, it feels like the right age. But when you get older, you realize how young 16 is.
God, no kidding.
And I'm having a hard time coming up with an argument for the 16-year-old. Yeah. It's not a sword that I want to fall on where I say, no, we should let 16-year-olds have that responsibility.
Well, you being the youngest one on the show, you should remember 10 years ago when you were 16.
Yes.
When you really wanted to drive.
Yeah.
But now you're actually already mature enough to forget those feelings of like driving a car is badass.
I don't feel that way at all now. No.
In fact, he doesn't drive anymore.
I don't own a car.
Doesn't own one? Doesn't want to drive?
No, if I never drove a car again, I would not miss it.
That's amazing.
Same. I hate driving cars.
Yeah, not my fate. Not my thing.
I'm a bad person when I'm driving a car. I just don't want to deal with it.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, we just did the fact that makes your brain go. That 52% of Chicagoans want the driving age law repealed at 16 to make it an older age. They think 16 is way too young to drive. And maybe make it another, I don't know what that age would be, but just older. 708 check then said, I started driving when I was 12 overseas. And then I moved here back home when I was 15 and enrolled in driving school. And the driving instructor used to have other students pull over and then tell me to drive so he could listen to the Cubs game and eat his Potbelly sandwich. Because he said I was a professional already. Which tracks. That is amazing. And it leads us to a very sad moment that after Eminem, we're going to talk about and pour one out for Ryan Sandberg. We found out last night he passed away at the age of 65, way too young. We have an incredible journey for you, audio of his entire career coming up as a tribute. So stay here for that, as we're all pretty emotional this morning about losing Ryan Sandberg. Now, something good before we get there is Q101's Golden Ticket. It is here. It's coming. Everybody's been asking about it for months. The minute the contest ends, people say, when are you going to do it again? It is the biggest contest in radio history, Chicago specifically, as Q101's Golden Ticket, this year sponsored by American Airlines, returns on Monday. This coming Monday, August 4th, 6 a.m. with us. We launch it. And if you're new to the show or new to Q101 in general, we love that. Thank you. Welcome to the party. You got here just in time. And you're going to be listening a lot because we have on-air giveaways every weekday for the 3 weeks. So it's going to go from Monday to Friday, August 22nd, every hour from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. And the Q101 Golden Ticket is this magical thing. What it is.
It's this golden thing, if you will?
It's this golden thing. That
So if you want to win, make sure you're sliding in Brian's DMs.
You can try that. You can see whatever you got to do. But we're going to stay legitimate on this one. We're going to follow the rules, I think. Basically coming to every performance, access to everything Q101 does for an entire year from Riot Fest to Riot Fest. Okay, and we're getting close to Riot Fest. That means the lounge as well. That means every concert in the Chicagoland area. Lollapalooza's this week. You'd be going to Lollapalooza next year. And Riot Fest, Twisted Christmas for our specific shows that are the biggest things of the year. Every weekday, so it starts at 6 a.m. on Monday. Put that in your phone right now just so you got it covered, and then you'll be good. Once the routine starts, you'll be fine. So just for qualifying, you win a pair of tickets to a concert. So they're right there. Every hour, you're going to get to go to a concert. It's not just like the odds are against me. I can't win this thing. Only one person wins. No, everybody's going to win.
It's like a win-win situation, if you will.
It's phenomenal. So everybody wins. A pair of tickets is automatically qualified for the Q101 Golden Ticket, including 3-day VIP passes to Riot Fest this year and in 2026.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? This is outstanding. And again, for the old hags, I was going to say, that do this every year.
Who are you calling an old hag?
I meant to say veterans, but old hags came out. We're all in this together.
Okay.
Old hag. But for the new people, let's look at August alone of what you'd win for the upcoming month here of 2025. This will be August next year, let's say, what's going to be stacked as well. But this year's the current Golden Ticket winner that won last year gets Lollapalooza, gets Ghost at the Allstate, gets Death Cab for Cutie at the Chicago Theater, gets Lincoln Park at the UC, Goo Goo Dolls and Dashboard Confessional on Northerly Island, Chevelle at the Aragon, Shinedown at the Allstate, Offspring in Tinley Park, Coheed and Cambria at Northerly Island, 9 Inch Nails coming up at the UC, Oasis at Soldier Field, My Chem at Soldier Field, Lumineers at Soldier Field, System of a Down at Soldier Field. All that's just 1 month.
That's 1 month. Again, I can't emphasize enough. You get tickets to all the Twisted Christmas shows. I know who's playing Twisted Christmas this year. You're going to want tickets to those shows, and you're not going to want to buy them. You're going to be guaranteed it. Kenzie, I know.
Nobody told me.
There's a reason for that.
Rats.
You will find out when everybody else does.
That's so annoying.
That announcement might be coming sooner than you think, by the way.
Very soon.
So for Q101's Twisted
What?
Christmas. We'll let you know, Kenzie.
Speaking of old hacks.
Wait, what?
Go get a coffee, Kenzie. Everything's going to be okay. So the Golden Ticket starts Monday morning at 6 a.m. To be very clear, it's the greatest thing ever done in Chicago radio history, and it starts Monday morning at 6 a.m. Coming up after Eminem, let's do a proper Brian and Kenzie pour one out like no one else can for the legend. Chicago lost a great man yesterday, and Ryan Sandberg. We'll talk about it in 4 minutes. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.